I tell you what, I've been traveling around, not all over the country, but walking into many dealerships lately, and I'm finding that there's a lack of energy. There's just simply no energy in these dealerships. I don't know what it's from. It's like we've got a hangover from the pandemic. I don't get it. So we're so used to people just order takers, making money and having fun. That's exciting. Now everything's getting back to some normalcy and people are coming in for discounts and there's people shopping around. But I gotta tell you something, most of their shopping's done online. You have two doors in your dealership. I've often talked about this. You got the front door where people walk in and out through the lot, and then you have the virtual door, which more and more people are going in and out of. The virtual door. That's where they start their buyer's journey. And they usually end their buyer's journey by walking through the dealership door. But once they get to the dealership, there's no friggin' energy. Where'd it go? When I first got in the car business, there was energy. There were people running around, sales consultants, sales managers running off the desk, F&I getting involved in deals. There was excitement. Even when there was no customers on the showroom floor, there was excitement. There were people smiling. There were people bouncing their step, smile on their face. Welcome to my dealership. My name's Jerry Gould. You here for sales or service? Hey, you here for the half a car? Whatever. Not there anymore. Very few sales consultants and very few managers in our industry today have the energy it takes to stimulate business. Too many are just waiting for things to happen. As managers, as coaches, as leaders of our team, we need to change that up. We need to start stimulating business. We need to start motivating our salespeople. We need to start holding sales consultants accountable to follow through and follow up and do whatever they need to do to get customers in the door. There was a story about Lee Iacocca when he learned how to sell cars. He worked for I think it was a Chrysler dealership, I'm not sure. But they had an incentive. They said, we'll give you $5 for just getting people in the door. So Lee Iacocca went out and he talked to all his friends, everybody he knew, and said, come to the dealership, okay? And they came. But they came with more people. And he made a lot of money because he got $5 for everybody who showed up. That's how you create excitement. Look that story up. It's a true story. Lee Iacocca, who maybe some of you don't know Lee Iacocca because you're new in the business, but he was the Chrysler guy. He invented the Omni. Remember the Omni? The Aspen? But anyways, those innovative minds. We have to have innovation. We have to think of ways to get people in the door. We have to think of ways to get people motivated. We have to give them articles. We have to get them excited. We got to think positive. We got to always look at the glass as half full, not half empty. After all, we're managers. Whether we're an F&I manager or a sales manager, we're the ones who motivate our sales staff. And through our willingness to motivate our sales staff and through our positive attitude, there's a residual effect. And who knows what that residual effect will be. But the days of me walking in the dealerships and having a dead zone, they got to go away. I'm just tired of it. I'm a car guy. I've been a car guy my whole life. And all I know is how to create excitement. Throw the balloons out there. Hey, my dad used to make us move the lot when it was slow. There was sales managers and used car managers, wherever other dealerships I worked at. They would make us go out. It didn't matter if it was winter, if it was summer, if it was raining, if it was snowing. Go out and move those cars. Action creates action. We should put the balloons out, not just on Saturdays, but every day. We didn't just wait for Washington's birthday to come to get excited. We were excited every single day. We built every day up to the weekend. We had great weekends in the car business. We always walked around with a bounce in our step, a smile on our face. It was that 10-foot rule we learned, where we welcomed everybody to our dealership. Have you spoken to anybody at the dealership? Is anybody helping you out? Those are the things. We just don't get that anymore. We get these veteran sales consultants who got lazy, and we get these new sales consultants who got in the business within the last 5 years who have absolutely no idea how to sell a car. But as managers, we're not motivating them. We're not training them. We got to get out. We got to train them. We got to motivate them. We got to bring excitement back to our dealerships because there's a lack of energy. You want energy? You got to take a vitamin every single day. And I'm not talking the ones you find in the pill box. I'm talking about that mental vitamin, that attitude vitamin, that energy vitamin, that motivation vitamin. That's what you got to take every single day. And if you want motivation, come visit us at www.prodprep.com. You'll be motivated. You won't be surprised. You won't be disappointed. And you'll find motivation for your entire sales staff on that website. So get over there and take a look at it. But that's not what I'm talking about now. I'm trying to get you excited, get you motivated, change that attitude from NMA, negative mental attitude, to a PMA, all the way with PMA, positive mental attitude, because that's what we need in the industry today. Forget about the past. You can't make the best of the next. Can't bring back the past. That's all gone. That's all history. We got to get back to selling cars. We got to get F&I managers involved in these deals. Remember that 80% of your customer's journey is completed online. And managers have to be involved as the customer is progressing through online sales. We can't just leave it up to the sales consultant. You have all these wonderful CRM tools, but we're not utilizing them to their full extent. You know, back in the days when I first got in the car business, we had that daily planner. And every day, the sales manager would call us up to the desk and review our planner with us and go over what we're doing today, what our action plan for the day is, what did we do yesterday, who do we need to follow up with, what are we going to say when we follow up with them. That's simply not happening in dealerships today. We're just waiting for things to happen. We're glued to our chairs. We got to be airborne, not chairborne. Seriously, okay? This is what's lacking in dealerships today. Most dealerships I walk into. And it's really disgusting because being a car guy like I am and knowing how you have to create excitement. I mean, after all, prices of cars are through the roof. Interest rates are through the roof. If we're confident, if we show confidence, if we show enthusiasm, we show excitement, it's contagious. It's going to translate right into the customer's body, right into their mind. And that's what's going to influence them, the customer, to do business with us. As managers, we got to get on the phone with customers. How many times as a manager, F&I or sales manager, have you did that 3-hour call where the customer left the dealership, didn't buy the car from you, and is driving home? Did you call him 3 hours later and ask him, do you have any lingering questions? I find that most customers leave the dealership, have unanswered questions. I'm a manager. I'd like to answer any questions that you may have. I find that customers have lingering questions. I'm here to answer lingering questions. The one question I have for you is what prevented you from doing business with you? What do I have to do to get you to do business with me? Stop saying we can't. Knock the T off of the can't. We can do these things. Are we allowing sales consultants to bring deals to us, $300 a month, no money down? Or are we teaching our sales consultants to stay off price? Remember the days when we used to say to customers, don't worry about the price. Price is the easiest part of my job. The hardest part is finding the car. And you probably already found a car online. Remember, 80%, that's what we don't understand. We don't realize, a lot of us, that the customer's already done when they get to the dealership. Now we just gotta make them excited that they got there and sell them a car. I've often overheard sales consultants tell their managers that the customer's sitting in the showroom, they like this car, but they saw it cheaper online. What are they doing sitting in your dealership? Are you giving them information through the phone, online, but not backing up that information when they get to the dealership? How about this? How about they've already made a decision to buy the car, and one of the first questions that the sales manager asks the sales consultant is, did they test drive the car? Are they ready to buy today? And we go out and say, are you ready to buy today? If we can agree on price, are you ready to do business today? We already know they're ready to do business. They're in our dealership. They did 80% of their job online, and now 20% needs to be done in the brick and mortar. They're there to take delivery. Stop looking at these internet leads as appointments and start looking at them as sales. I often talk about the 3 scenarios that we face in the car business today. We have to be ready for each one of them. Your traditional scenario, that's a traditional buyer, goes out kicking tires all day long, still has a flip phone. And then you have the hybrid buyer. He wants to do everything he can online, but is more than willing to come to the dealership to take delivery. And then you have that digital buyer, mostly in Highline. They want to do everything online. They don't want to go to the dealership. You got to deliver the car to them. The mistake we make is, when would you like me to deliver the car to you, instead of asking when you can come and pick it up? Because we can turn some of those digital buyers into hybrids by simply asking them, when would you like to come in to pick up your car? When you're doing stuff online, are you sending generic letters back, generic emails back to the customer, not personalizing them? Are you not looking at the email and reading it in detail and determining what the customer is actually looking for, so that you can answer them more precisely and more personally? When you send quotes over to the customer, you're just simply writing the quote in an email? Are you sending them a sales worksheet and asking them if they like the figures, sign here and tell us when you'd like to come in and pick up the vehicle? That's how you create action. You create action by being assumptive. I don't mean assume the worst, assume the best. We got to bring energy back to our dealerships, and we get that energy through our sales and management staff, and it translates down through the sales staff and into the customer's mind, and that's how we sell more cars. I'm serious. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been walking through dealerships over the past several months, and they're dead zones. There's just no enthusiasm. There's no excitement. There's a very little sense of urgency. I got sales consultants all day long letting customers leave without management TOs. What happened to the art of TOing a deal? Goya, getting off your ass, getting out of the sales tower and going in and speaking to a customer. Making early management and F&I introductions. Hi, my name's Jerry Gould. I'm one of the sales managers here. I'm sure everything's going to work out. I just wanted to put the name with the face. Okay, we're glad you're here. We're glad you choose our dealership to do business in. Same with an F&I manager. F&I manager should be going out there and say, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, my name's Jerry Gould. I'm the financial services manager here. I'm sure everything's going to work out. Once it does, I'm the one who's going to complete all the paperwork. I just wanted to put the name with the face. And by the way, we really appreciate you being here. I walk into the department stores all over this country. You walk into the department store and this is what you hear. Welcome to ABC, welcome to BBA, whatever. We don't get that at dealerships. We get sales consultants dragging their ass across the showroom floor and reaching out their hand like a wet noodle and saying, hi, can I help you? What happened to days of welcome to my dealership, my name's Jerry Gould, you're here for sales or service? You're here for sales? Great! Have you spoken to anybody here at the dealership yet? No, you haven't? Well, I'm here to give you all the information you need. Come on inside and let's talk. That's how you create excitement. So managers, F&I, sales managers out there, give them motivation. Change your attitude. After all, you dictate your altitude through your attitude. Aim high is soaring, aim low is boring. I hope you found this message motivation and not as a downer. The fact is that I can talk about it. This is the reality. I can talk about it, I can get excited about it, but I'm not in the dealership and it's contagious. Mediocrity is contagious. Sluggishness is contagious. Someone in that dealership has to wipe it out, slap it in the face, and get it out of the store. And that happens to be me right now. Make it you next time. Go to work, get your team motivated, have meetings every morning, do trade walks every day, do CIT meetings every day, create excitement, hold our sales consultants accountable for their so-called day planners. It's through the CRM now. Make sure we do the things that stimulate business. Make sure we do the things that stimulate our sales force. Make sure we instruct the sales consultants how to stimulate the customer to say, yes, I'll buy from you. Until next time, go get them. Don't forget to visit us at Prod Prep, www.prodprep.com. You won't be disappointed. And that could be your emotional, your enthusiastic motivation for the day. Prod Prep. Go get them, baby.